Hello everybody and welcome back to Emily's Upcycled Home. Please shop my items on Facebook Marketplace with the link in the description. Follow me on my business page for updates, reels, and new items. Like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for more DIY videos. Moving on to project number 1. Well, I found another wood round in my stash, and I'm just going to come in and sand it. And I think this might be a 6-inch wood round. And I'm going to just sand this piece smooth as I can. I'm not worried about perfection here, but I'm going to come in with these half round beads that I got off of Amazon. And on the package it says do not eat. I thought that was funny. But I'm coming in with that same wood glue that I like to use. And I'm going to go ahead and space out these beads, giving the 4 sides first. And then coming in and see how many beads fit in between those pieces. And then we're going to go ahead and continue that process of adding our Gorilla Glue, wood glue, to the back of these beads and going around the whole top surface here. Now my original plan is I have a larger cloche that I was going to put in here, but it didn't fit. So then here I am working out something else, and I'm just going to come in with our stain here, which is just brown paint, black paint, water, and a tad bit of olive oil. And we're going to go ahead and stain the bottom base of this piece, as well as I think the stand as well. And here it is. I just found a spindle, and I lost the footage here because this is some old footage that I'm trying to catch up on projects that are just lying around unfinished. But for that white part, what I did is I just went ahead and mixed some white paint and water, and I made like a wash and came in very messily over that brown stain that you saw was put up on the first part. And then now we're just going to come in and stain the base of this wood round here. And I think I'm going to leave the base this solid brown color and add some more of that to the top piece, just blending in a little bit more and making it look a little bit more rustic and layered and textured and all that good stuff. So like I said, the white part is just a wash, and you just mix the water with as much paint as you want and just layer that up. And I went with a drippy kind of messy look, so have fun with that. And I apologize that I didn't get that on video, but here I'm just finishing up staining the rest of the piece. And then I want a little bit more, so I'm going to come in and bring out the old school crockery labels from IOD. I'm pretty sure these are still selling, but I'm just going to add a little stamped image to the center, some wording. And I'm coming in with some black permanent ink in this pad by, I don't remember, you guys, I apologize. And I'm just going to go ahead and come in and stamp that center, and then this project will be done. Especially, well, we got to let it dry, and then it's done. Moving on to project number 2. For this project, we're going to do a makeover of a makeover. So I had these jars, and they were all dressed up for fall actually, and they didn't sell, so we're going to go ahead and change them up because I'm not quite ready just to part with them yet. And I have another vision here, so I'm going to try this once again, see if they sell. If they don't sell, they most likely would just get donated, and I'll move on from them. But I'm just going to come in with some DIY beadboard, paint in the color beadboard, and I'm using a stipple effect here, and I'm going to put that paint on both jars. And I'm just going to use 1 coat of paint here. And then I'm going to come in with some labeled here, and this is just printed on regular printer paper. And then I had them in my stash, and then I decided to coffee stain that paper as well. And I just dipped the paper into coffee and just let it dry. Now I'm coming in with some Big Top here from DIY and sealing in these little cute paper labels that we added. And then I'm going to come in with the distress inks, and we're going to lay some more big top over this, or after show. And that's just a sealant by DIY. So you can come in with any sealer that you have. I'm just out of Mod Podge, so I didn't go that route. So we're going to go ahead and use this. And this distress ink is not a permanent ink. So as I put on this sealer here, it's going to blend that color and that ink, and it's going to look a little bit more rusty, and that's the look that I want, that unsmeared rusty look here from that DIY distress inks. And that's a process here that I like often, just to age up some pieces and give them a little bit more character. Now I'm going to do the same process to the other jar, coming back in with that distress inks. Now you can buy these on Amazon. They do also have them at Hobby Lobby, any craft store where they do junk journaling supplies, because that's usually what they're used for. But I'm going to come in with some more flowers here, and these are yellow, and we're going with these yellow flowers, and we're going to take apart the same bouquet. We're just going to recycle those pieces as well, just not the sunflower. And then I'm going to come in and I'm just going to put another little piece of greenery and add that to the flower base, and add in a floral wire here and just bind those two pieces together. And I will repeat that process for the second one as well. And we're going to come in with that same tissue paper, and we're going to just wrap the bases of our flowers so that they hold in the jars where you want them. And then again, we'll come back in with that moss that was on the other jars as well. And then this project is complete. Just a quick reminder, you can catch me live every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time over on my Facebook business page. Moving on to project number 3. I had some spindles here just in my stash. I actually got them off a Whatnot sale. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a little bit different. We're going to come in with the grunge gray here from DIXIE BELLE. And we're just going to go ahead and add that onto here, all 3 spindles, and just give it a different kind of age weathered wood look here. And I was thinking about stamping them and doing a whole thing with them, but I decided to let the wax speak for itself and go a little bit simpler. And when I add the little embellishments, I can go add a little bit more character that way. But I'm just coming in with my wax brush and the grunge gray, and you see me go over a little bit heavier in the center parts where the little grooves meet, and I go ahead and highlight them and put that a little bit of a darker tone there, just so it like fades in and out with color here. Now, everything you do in the craft world is really a personal preference and how you like your items, what you want your decor to look like. So just go with what you feel. This is just an example for everybody. And if you want to use it, go for it as well. So I'm just going to completely cover all those 3 with that grunge gray. And you see how I like how it fades out and in through that tones of wood. And then I bring in a little ribbon, and I call this a crochet style ribbon because to me it looks like if it would be a doily if it was larger, but it is a ribbon, and I did get this ribbon off of Temu, I believe. But I'm pretty sure you can find it at a craft store or even Hobby Lobby. I think Dollar Tree even probably has something similar. And then we're going to come in with that leftover greenery from our first upcycle, or the jar upcycle. And we're going to tuck some of that little piece of greenery into our little stack here. And then I'm going to come in with this little light bulb safety pin and some vintage buttons and a little paper tag. And I'm going to add all those pieces here. Now, here's a tag I just had on hand, and I'm trying to see what size I want it to be. And I trim it down to size, and then I come in with my little hole punch, actually for my junk journal punch piece, and I punch a small hole at the top, put the buttons and the tag all together on the safety pin, and then I clip that onto the ribbon, and then this project is complete. Moving on to project number 4. So I have this planter here, and I'm just going to go ahead and do a simple upcycle on this piece. Once again, coming in with that DIY beadboard paint, and I'm going to go ahead and layer up the outside only. I'm not going to worry about the inside because I'm not using this as a planner. We're going to go ahead and transform this into a little decorative riser where you can maybe put candle or a bird's nest on the top, stack some books, or I don't know, add whatever it is you want in your vignettes with this piece to add height to them. And once again, coming in and painting in all sides of the outside of this little whole pot piece, I guess. I don't know why it would have the holes. If you guys know why a pot would have all that holes on it, because wouldn't the dirt and everything just fall out? But let me know in the comments what this specific pot is used for if you know. So I'm coming in real light with the first coat, and then I come in with the second coat. And I'm just going to let that dry, but this is going to be our top. It's just a coaster square that I get off of Amazon. And then once again, we're going to come in with our crockery stamps from IOD. And I call these old school because these are the one of the first stamps I bought from IOD, and I still love them. So if you haven't tried purchasing any stamp from IOD, I would recommend this one as being one of your staple pieces in your collection. And I come in with just some permanent ink in the color black, and because it looks too nice, I went in with some sandpaper and scuffed it up a little bit. And you see all that smearing because once again, I didn't let the ink thoroughly dry, but that was going to work to my advantage anyway because I am putting on the gray grunge here first over the top of this wood just to add some variation of tone and a weathered look to the top of this piece. And then I'm just going all around the edges. I'm not going to worry about the bottom because I am going to glue that on to the top of our riser base here. And then because I want to mix up both the dark and the gray grunge wax, I'm coming in with some DIY dark wax. I'm hitting the edges and blending that even further just to give it more of a layered look and more different style tones and more of a weather look that I'm going for this top piece. And then after I have all that done, I will take off and wipe off the excess with a paper towel like always. And then after our piece dries, we'll go ahead and add that top base. And I will be using E6000 to adhere all these pieces. But first, before it dries, this is kind of like in its tacky state. So it's semi-dry or getting there. But I go ahead and just get a piece of tissue paper that I had laying there. And I kind of just rub off some of that paint because I want it to have more of a chippy kind of look. And when I wet distress, it's gonna have a different look. So I come in with the paint when it's tacky stage and pull off the paint just randomly. Whatever the little piece of tissue paper I have takes off, that's what it's gonna take off. And once again, after this, I am going to let this thoroughly dry, and then I will attach the top. Before I attach the top, I did come in with some DIY Big top coat and sealed up all of the chalk paint that I put on here, or the clay-based paint I put on here. Then I'm coming in with some E6000. I'm going to go around all the edges of the piece, add our little wood top here, and clean up the excess and let this sit for 24 hours with some weight on it. Then it's finished, and here are the finished products. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.